Sago palm has been initiated to be grown commercially and branded as the 21st century crop to increase the food security of the country. Unlike oil palm and rubber, sago palm is an indigenous crop planted and produced mainly by the Melanau rural community in Sarawak. Sarawak State Government has started initiative to stimulate sago plantation from smallholders farming to estate plantation. However, there are conflicts between modern and indigenous knowledge in developing effective sago cultivation practices. Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. I'm Ahmad Nizar from University Malaysia Sarawak. Indigenous knowledge has been neglected by policymakers and subscribers of modern scientific knowledge in the sago industry and often regarded as backward. Based on our past research, many small cultivators are reluctant or refuse to accept and implement the modern practices. Here are 5 examples of conflicts between modern practices and sago indigenous knowledge. The point of indigenous knowledge of sago cultivation is valid because it supports sustainable agriculture through continuous production over years by small sago cultivators. Past researchers have shown that there is a lack of communication and poor dissemination of information. There is also a lot of misunderstanding between the sago small and commercial cultivators with the government agencies, sago associations, and sago mills, especially with the absence of the sago board. Many small sago cultivators are disappointed with the lack of communication and misunderstanding on the price of sago logs. We fluctuate frequently different prices of sago in certain areas and sago price being determined by the private sago mills. To solve these issues, we developed a sustainable livelihood framework of indigenous knowledge for sago cultivators. The framework places the importance to include indigenous knowledge practices, information and communication components between the stakeholders to ensure the development of the sago industry. First, in terms of theory, we introduce an enhanced sustainable livelihood framework to include new components of indigenous knowledge and information in the livelihood resources for sago cultivators to increase productivity. This sustainable livelihood framework can be applied in other sago producing areas. Second, in terms of society, preservation of sago-related indigenous knowledge of the Melanau community, especially in sago cultivation. Third, in terms of economy, finding can be used to recommend improvements in the strategies and action of the government and private sectors with the community. This leads to a better communication and information, as well as increase the production, productivity, and income. Finally, in terms of nation, the enhancement of the sago industry and acknowledgement of the contribution of sago in the Malaysian economy. We also develop and enhance the tables on growth stages of sago palm from scientific and indigenous knowledge. This project has promoted collaboration between subscribers of scientific and indigenous knowledge in the Sago cultivation. It has enhanced sustainable livelihood framework to include new components of Indigenous knowledge and information in the livelihood resources. Programs and trainings are to be developed to enhance collaboration between subscribers of scientific and Indigenous knowledge for the benefit of the Sago industry. Thank you for listening.